Hey everybody, we are here with lesson 1 today to talk about the first lesson, which is the fundamental building block of all music. Doesn't matter if you are in the uke class or the drumline class or the steel pan class or whatever instrument you play in the music family, this element is the fundamental building block of the entire thing, and that is the staff. The staff is this. It's 5 lines that are parallel to one another, and this staff will contain all of the notes that need to be written for your part. If you need to play a part, if there's a rhythm or a pitch or something that you need to play musically, it will be contained on this staff. So the more fundamental our understanding of this staff is, the better off we're all going to be. As I said before, there's 5 lines here that run parallel, and they are numbered from the bottom up, meaning that the lowest line on this staff is line number 1. The line above it is line number 2. The middle line is line 3. The line above that is line 4. And then the very top line is line 5. Okay? And we need these lines because if we place notes in different spots within these lines, that changes the way that note is supposed to sound. It's an indicator as to which type of sound we are supposed to create on whatever instrument we happen to be playing at that time. Again, it doesn't matter if it's uke or piano or pans or any of it, okay? So a note written on the very first line, on line 1, would look like this. A note written on the very high line, the 5 line, the 5th line of that staff, would look like this. Now, in addition to being able to write notes on the actual lines, we also have the option to write notes in between the lines. This is referred to as the spaces, and there are 4 spaces that occur in between the lines. The lowest space is the first space, and that's indicated here. The next space above that is space 2. And then above that is space 3, and then of course above that is the final space, space 4. A note written within the first space of the staff would look like this. A note written on the highest space of the staff would look like this. Now this gives us several positions to be able to place notes up and down on the staff between the lines and the spaces. The entire run of notes from the very lowest line to the very highest line and filling in every line and space in between would look like this. If a note is located on the lowest line of the staff, then by definition it's going to be a low-pitched note. If the note is located on the highest line of the staff, then by definition it will be a high-pitched note. Here's an example of a low-pitched note. Here's an example of a high-pitched note. Can you hear the difference between those? The higher the pitch, the higher it will appear on the staff. The lower the pitch, the lower it will appear on the staff. You'll find an attachment in this week's lesson called the staff. This sheet will need to be filled in and just follow the instructions on the sheet. If you've watched this video and then follow the instructions that are on that sheet, it should be rather self-explanatory, but if you do have questions, feel free to reach out and get in touch with me, and we will try to answer those questions as quickly as we can. Good luck, everyone.